The Highway to Henrietta Music Festival fast approaching. Country music star and Oklahoma native Blake Shelton is going to be headlining.
So joining us now to talk more about the festival is Pro Football Hall of Famer, Cowboys legend Troy Aikman. Good morning.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
It's great to talk to you. And you know, Troy, you made the announcement at Henrietta High School last year, your alma mater. What does it mean to come back to Henrietta and do this for the school district?
Well, it means everything because Henrietta has meant so much to me over the course of my time. When I moved there at 12 years old, went through junior high and high school, but it really shaped who I am today. So to be able to do something to kind of rally a town that's been hit hard, as so many towns have been across America with the pandemic. And, you know, Henrietta is not the same town that it was when I was there. It's smaller in population, but to be able to do something to raise some much needed money for the academic and athletic programs at the high school. But in addition to that, and just as importantly, is what it will do with the economic impact to the town, and then showcase a community and a city that meant so much to me and really to so many others is what I'm most excited about. And all doing it while watching some really great music. And as you said, Blake Shelton headlining it will be fantastic.
Yeah, it is a star-studded lineup of artists that are scheduled to perform. And of course, Blake and other country stars there. What is that night going to be like, do you think?
Well, I think it's going to be awesome. I've got a great team that's putting this event on. Tony Faye Productions. They've done a lot of big events, some big music festivals all over the country. And I wouldn't have done this, number one, if they hadn't have gotten involved. So I think a lot of people who maybe hear about this music festival being in this small town of Henrietta, they underestimate exactly what this is going to be. This is going to be on par with any of the big music festivals across the country. So I think people are going to be pleasantly surprised when they see the detail that we've gotten into to pull this off. We're going to have a sold-out crowd. With that, there are still some tickets available. Highwaytohenrietta.com is the website. Gates open at 11 o'clock. Music starts shortly thereafter, and it'll run all day long. So as you said, we've got a great lineup of artists besides Blake Shelton. We've got Pat Green. We've got Wade Bowen, Josh Abbott Band, Steve Helms, Stoney LaRue, and some local artists as well. So if you like country music and you want to come out and listen to them in a really great setting in Henrietta, Oklahoma, I think this will be the weekend, June 11th. You want to be there.
Well, and don't shortchange yourself. You're going to be there too, which is a huge draw. I mean, when Henrietta's favorite son comes home, everybody gets excited about that.
Well, I will be there. I won't run anyone off with my singing, but I'll definitely be there. Bringing a number of friends and family back. My daughters, who are now in college, they've never been to Henrietta, and they're going to be in attendance. I'm going to tour them around the town, and going to be with a lot of classmates, a lot of coaches, a lot of teachers over the years, and it's going to be really an exciting time for me, but really for an entire town that has done so much for so many.
I would imagine, Troy, that there's many ways that you could have leveraged your position to help raise money for Henrietta. Why a music festival?
Well, it kind of began that for the last 2 years, I'd been doing a reunion at my restaurant back in Texas, in Arlington, Texas, and just felt that it didn't quite seem right that we were having this class reunion 3 hours from where we went to high school. And so that's what began the conversation. And initially, I thought I'd get a small band like I had, you know, when I had the event in Texas and go that route. And one conversation led to another, and decided to do this music festival because I thought that in addition to having a reunion with my classmates, that we could raise some much needed money for an entire community. And that's how it began. You know, who doesn't love country music? I certainly do, have ever since. You know, I listened to country music when I was growing up in California, but then it only became a bigger part of my life after moving to Oklahoma. But I've made a lot of great relationships and friendships over the years in country music, and leaned on all of them to come and be a part of this, and they couldn't agree fast enough. So really grateful for them. AT&T is our presenting sponsor. And again, highwaytohenrietta.com is the website for those that are interested in coming.
Quickly, I do have to ask, Monday Night Football with Joe Buck, how do you feel switching booths but doing the same thing, doing football?
Yeah, and doing it with the same guy, which I think is the big part of this. It'll be different. You know, we'll be doing it on Monday nights, which will be exciting. ESPN's been fantastic. We've gotten to know the people that we'll be working with there with ESPN, but to be doing it in the booth with Joe, we're going into our 21st year. So there's some real comfort in that. So in a lot of ways, yeah, it's a different night. Things change. There's some different people involved, but yet a lot of it remains the same. And I'm glad that we were able to stay together, because there was a time where it didn't look like that was going to happen. But I wanted it to happen. He wanted it to happen. And really thankful that we continue to work together, and hopefully for a number of years longer.
Hey, we've got to wrap, but Troy, I want to mention real quick, I have become a fan back in the day. You and I were at the Special Olympics in OSU in Stillwater. I treasure that picture to this day. We both were a lot younger, but yeah. I know we're a lot smarter now. So I just want to say thank you for what you've done, using your celebrity to raise awareness for so many different causes over the years.
Thank you so much. That was a special night there in Stillwater that evening. That was the last time I was in Stillwater. Yep. Was that Special Olympics event.
I understand. Okay, just a reminder, it's all coming up June 11th, Saturday. Gates open in the morning. Tickets are available, as Troy mentioned, highwaytohenrietta.com, and we will post a link to our website as well.
Thank you, Troy.
Thank you.